Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. You know, November 5th, that's next Tuesday. That'll be the election as we vote for presidential election and a lot of other things that'll be on the ballot. 2 days later, a good opportunity for business and political leaders to talk about a free leadership session that'll be open to businesses and the public, and it'll be at Nicholls State University. Here to talk a little more about it, Gerald David is the Director of Communications and Legislative Affairs at Nicholls State University. Yeah, you got a couple of guys that went to school there that are going to be part of this, and a couple of big names. So tell us a little more about it, Jerry.
So we do, and we're excited about it. Two individuals that have been a huge help to our campus through the years, and they've decided that they want to come back and give back some more and help guide that next generation of leader. So Billy Tozan and Boise Bollinger will be here on Thursday, November the 7th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Over in the Marion Al Danos Theater, giving a talk on business and political leadership. Boise is going to be the keynote in that session. And of course, Mr. Boise has so much experience being a leader. Obviously, most notable as the CEO of Bollinger Shipyards and now CEO of Bollinger Enterprise. He has been a long-standing chair of the Nicholls Foundation, and so that's his direct tie to us at the university. And so we're just really excited that he wants to come back and give a session on being a leader. It's a very good opportunity for us students, but we also want to invite the community to come out and hear his words of wisdom. And then, of course, Billy Tozan is going to be there, a longtime congressman from our area. Did a lot of things for Nicholls when he was in office, and is coming back to give back a little more to the university. So we're excited.
Yeah, Billy Tozan out of Chack Bay, of course. He ran for governor in 1985. A long time, 20-something years in the legislature as well. Both sides of the aisle, right? He was a Democrat, a blue dog Democrat, became a Republican. I think
That's
Boise
right.
has been a long-time Republican and worked with, I remember the Bushes coming down to christen some boats that were right there in Lockport. So, yeah, these two guys have been around quite a bit. I think wasn't President Trump was down at Boise's house for a fundraiser not long ago in New Orleans.
So very recently. That's right.
There's a lot going on. So what happens at one of these leadership sessions? And can people ask questions, or is it more just speaking? And what can people learn from these two guys?
So the format of last year's, and this is the second time that that they are doing this session. Last year being the first. There is a question and answer component to it, but I think he's going to get up there and really kind of just go through some of his experience being a leader and what makes a good leader from both a business and a political standpoint. And I think Billy will, hop in there and they'll probably have a little bit of banter back and forth on some of the topics. But yeah, there will be a Q&A sort of session in there. And then the last half hour, I think they want to focus specifically on our student leaders, knowing that they're going to be that next crop of leaders, hopefully in our area. So, you think of people like the SGA and the SPA, or Student Government Association, and the Student Programming Association. Those people are leading student groups on campus now. We want to cultivate them to go out and be leaders once they they graduate and go on to do great things. So really excited that they want to come and offer some of that knowledge that these two men have attained through their careers.
Yeah, there's no doubt that that's one of the ways that you get things done around here, particularly when you talk about rebuilding the coast, shipbuilding, which a lot of the builders around here have naval contracts and Marines and Coast Guard and those kind of things. That's all political stuff. When you're talking about Morganza to the Gulf, which Tozan and Bro, when they were first starting, that started way back 30 years ago.
That's right.
So all of these things can add up, and really you got to have a roadmap. I know Billy's son ran for his spot when he ran at one time, but you have to have a new generation. And I think, look, 2 days after election, I'm sure on campus there's still probably a little bit. We may not know who the president is 2 days after the election, so it'll be an interesting time anyway, and a great way to talk about what's happening in current events as well.
Yeah, it'll definitely be an interesting time. I think I'm glad you mentioned, his maritime industry experience, because of the fact that Nicholls was just, and this is not widely known yet, but Nicholls was just approved to be that first step in Louisiana getting a maritime academy, which is super rare. It's federally mandated. There are really only like 4 or maybe 5 in the country. One has not been granted for 50 years. So Nicholls will be the home of the Universities of Louisiana Maritime Academy. Of course, we are going to lean on people like Boise Bollinger for his expertise and his connection with that academy, and of course our proximity to the Gulf and growing that program.
Yeah, that is spectacular news, and great to hear for sure. So again, Boise Bollinger and Billy Tozan will speak from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Thursday, November 7th. That's at the Mary and Al Danos Theater. Jared, we sure appreciate your time. Thanks for the update, man.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
All right, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time after this.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.